Today's ScorchedShortToys@anymoon.com is taking a look at the Casey collectible Lisa Hayes action figure, which debuted in September 2020 for approximately $59.99 US. This is the third release in the line following Minmay and Rick, and if you're looking for any of these toys, click my link in the comments below to head over to Big Bad Toy Store, search for Robotech to find these and other things that may interest you, and help this channel while you do it. Like the previous releases, this toy comes in a plain shipper box. Within that box is a full retail package with some custom art and a nice window to let you see the toy within. The toy comes with lots of plastic wedged between the joints to protect the paint, so your adventure begins by disassembling this toy and removing the plastic. Along with the Lisa figure, you'll get a headset, alternate hair for using with the headset, a laptop, 5 additional heads, and an additional 4 pairs of fixed posed hands. In a second tray, you'll find a display stand. And tucked beneath, you'll find these instructions. So let's start off with figuring out how good the action is on this action figure. And I'll start by pointing out that I have her standing at the moment without a display stand, so it's possible, but it is incredibly difficult to do. You are going to want to use that display stand, so we will look at the display stand more in just a moment. Also, mine has a build quality issue, I think. It's kind of driving me nuts. What do you guys think? I think I have the feet installed on the wrong legs. Just looks a little awkward to me. Unfortunately, the ball joints within the feet are pretty delicate, and I wasn't able to swap them like I wanted to. So you can see, you can twist, you can go up and down. It's good articulation, and they should just pop off, and I should be able to fix this. But those joints are a little delicate, and as I was trying to force it off, it got real scary, so I just left it as is. So we will move up the body now to the legs, which go all the way up to about there. And you can see I'm hitting the skirt at this point. The skirt is a flexible material, but that's about as far as the knee can get anyways. You can do a little bit of a twist at the knee as well, and you have a twist up at the top of the leg ball joint, and the leg itself is going to come back. And again, it's going to be nerfed by the flexible skirt material. It can come out because we have that nice slit there. If we wanted to do something a little sexy, we could pull that off, or a little more action oriented, we can take advantage of that slit. But it is going to be less articulation than you'd find on the boy figures. Of course, obviously the Rick toy has a lot better articulation there. Moving up, we do have a waist, and the ability to come back at the waist, come forward at the waist, but it is pretty limited, and there is no upper torso joint on this toy. We do have a double jointed shoulder, which lets you bring the shoulder down and up. Not a large range of motion there. We can bring the arm out and around, which is fine, up like so. Then we have the elbow, which gets you that far, and you can twist at the elbow a little bit. And then we have the hands, which are on a ball joint, and you can swap those hands out. I will show you that more in just a moment. Then we have the hair, and now the hair has the curls that come down in the front and the back. So it is going to limit how you can move the head around. You can get it to turn, twist. You can look down a tiny bit and up a tiny bit, but that's going to be it. So not the most dynamic action figure in your collection, but enough range of movement where you can definitely put it in several different poses and recreate several different scenes from the show. Here is the included display stand. It does say Lisa on it, not Misa, so if you're going for that angle, I'm afraid this display stand is going to betray you. You do have 3 pivot points, and you do have the ability to twist at the base here, so you got a lot of flexibility here. This peg is going to fit into the back of the toy. Unlike Rick and Minmay, there's no accessory that pegs in there that you pull out and then just expose that peg hole. It's just always there. But you just push this in, it's going to have a nice firm fit. It's going to keep that toy on there really solid, so you can put it in whatever pose you want. And if anyone bumps your display case, she is not going to go toppling over on you. And you certainly have more flexibility than you would with a doll stand. That would just be a post and a clasp. This does let you get some action-oriented poses going, so it's a great little thing to include. Lisa comes with a laptop. Here is the laptop. There you can see it. It's got Rick saluting in front of Skull 1 in the background there. You can imagine this is either after they are an item towards the end of the series, or earlier. You can imagine she's having some sort of a conference call with him. The hands, we do get a hand for holding the laptop. The hands are the most delicate looking joint on here. So I'm going to pull forward and I'm going to hope I don't break a peg off. There you go. There you can see how tiny that little peg is. And I've already heard some complaints about people snapping theirs off. So you really want to make sure you're using straight forward force and not twisting around too much as you install the hands. And just know that that is an area that could be broken. So handle with care. Hopefully you don't have any issues. Here is the hand that is meant to carry the laptop, and there you can go, having her marching off to work with the laptop in hand. One thing I struggled with a little bit on this toy is that the hairline is more pronounced than it was on my Min-Mei or Rick figures. You can see that split right there. If we want to change her face out, we have to pull the hair forward, grab the face, grab a new face, slide it into place, and then put the new hair on. So that's all you need to do for a quick look change. We could go a step further. We could take the hair off. We could take the face off, the back hair off. Now the back hair, here is the hair that goes with any old head. Here is the hair that goes with the headset. And you can see there is just the slightest indent right here, which is a little bit annoying. I wish they had figured out a way just to use the back of the hair that we already had on the toy, because having to change the back of the hair anytime you want to put the headset on and off is a little bit frustrating. But here we can put that on there, and then we can grab another face, put that on. Pretty tight fit there. And then we can grab the front hair that goes with the headset, and that obviously has a groove for the headset. So we put that into position. Here is the headset itself. Looks pretty good, has some painted on detail. That's gonna slip on over top now. And there you go. Now we have Lisa wearing the headset and hollering at somebody. KitzConcept dropped the 1/12 scale moniker for this release, probably because they're sick of nerds like me looking up the actual measurements of the characters and being like, it's not exactly 1/12 scale. Whatever. This toy is slightly less than 16 centimeters. It looks fine with the other releases, and I think that's much more important. If they're perfectly to scale, they're not, but it doesn't matter. They're gonna look fine with any 1/12 scale figures you own. I'm not much of an action figure guy. I can't tell you how these compare to a lot of other 1/12 scale figures out there, but I can tell you they do add a lot of personality to a mecha display case, which is nice. And so I do enjoy having these. I do enjoy recreating some scenes from the show, and as we get more and more releases, I know Roy is in the pipeline, you get more options for those recreations of scenes, and I think it adds a lot of value. So check out the full review on anymoon.com. Hit that like button if you found this informative, and subscribe to stay up to date on the latest releases. Thanks for watching.